Page 311, lesson 5.9 is on converting metric units. Metric units conversions are much nicer than customary units. We don't have 12s and 4s and 5,280s, different things like that, like we do in the customary system. If you notice this on page 311, here are some conversions for the metric system. Okay, and if you'll notice all these conversions, these are the numbers you're going to be seeing. 10, 100, 1,000. The nice thing about working with numbers like that, 10, 100, and 1,000, if you multiply or divide by 10, 100, or 1,000, basically all you're doing is moving your decimal point to the left or to the right. When you multiply by 10, you move your decimal 1 spot to the right. Multiply by 100, move 2 spots to the right. Multiply by 1,000, 3 spots to the right. And then dividing is the opposite. You just move your decimal to the left that many places. So it's a lot easier to convert because all you're doing is moving your decimal and then adding zeros if you need to. So there's different ways to help you remember the different units in the metric system. Here's one, is just kind of a nonsensical phrase. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. Okay, it's a nonsensical phrase. It's easy to remember, and it's going to help you remember the different units or the different prefixes in the metric system. So the prefixes, if you'll notice, K for king, that's kilo. H, hecto. D, deca. B is our basic unit, which is either meters, liters, or grams. D is deci. C is centi. And M is milli. So those are prefixes that we can use with different units. So for example, centi, we could have centimeters for a distance. We could have centiliters for a capacity. We could have centigrams as a mass. And these are actually kind of backwards from what you might think of. Kilo is actually the biggest, that's actually the biggest unit. So like kilometers, kiloliters, kilograms, those are all the biggest things that we could have. And then over on the right side here, if we had millimeters, milliliters, milligrams, those are all the smallest things. Okay, so it's good to know what's big and what's small. Basically, like it's showing here though, what we're going to be doing is just looking at where we're starting and where we're going to. Start with what you know and then go towards where you're trying to go, and that'll tell you the direction and how many places you need to move your decimal. Okay, so we'll look at some examples and then hopefully that'll make sense to you as we go through this. So if you look at example 1, Amelia is helping her father build a skate ramp. They cut a board 1.2 meters long to use as the back of the ramp. Is the length of the board as shown in centimeters correct? So they told us what it was in meters, and they're asking if this number of centimeters is correct. So in other words, they're asking if 1.2 meters is equal to 120 centimeters. So one way you can do this, you can use these conversions that they've given you here. So you could say 1 meter is 100 centimeters. And then you could do, if you wanted to, you could do a proportion. So you could say there's 100 centimeters in 1 meter. If you can imagine this part not being there for a minute. Okay, so 100 centimeters in 1 meter. We're trying to figure out how many centimeters there are in 1.2 meters. And so then you could say, okay, the pattern we need to multiply by 1.2, and then you do that, you'll get 120 centimeters. So you can see the board is the correct length. The other way you could do this, like I mentioned a minute ago, is you could say it's 1.2 meters, and we're trying to get it into centimeters. You could start with that phrase that we talked about. So King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. This is the base unit, which is meters, liters, grams. And so we're going to start with what you know. Okay, start with what you know. So we know the number of meters. So meters, that's one of our base units. So this is our starting point. We're trying to get to centimeters. So C is for centi. That goes for centimeter, centiliter, centigrams. So if I'm starting at this base unit, meters, and I'm trying to get to centimeters, the question is, how many spots am I having to move, and what direction do I have to move along this timeline here? So to get from meters to centimeters, we have to move over 2 places to the right. So just like on that timeline, or whatever you want to call it, conversion chart there, we have to move 2 spots to the right. If you take the 1.2 meters, if you move 2 spots to the right, if we write it down below here, move 2 spots to the right, you can add a 0, and that would be 120 centimeters. So same answer that they got. I kind of like this chart because then, I mean, you don't even have to do any proportions or anything. You're just basically looking at how many places do I move and which direction, and then you just add zeros on if you need to, and then you got your answer. So if you look at the try it, it says the middle of the skate ramp is 2.5 meters wide. Amelia and her father want to use a board that is 23.5 decimeters long. Is this board wide enough for them to use? Convert decimeters to meters to explain. So we've got 2.5 meters, and we need to convert that over to okay, actually they said convert the decimeters to meters, so we'll do it that way. So 23.5 decimeters, we want to figure out how many meters that is. So decimeters to meters. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. There's our base units, meters, liters, grams. Now, if you'll notice on this, there are 2 D's. The D's are not used that often, but there are 2 of them here. This D is deca, and this one is deci. And like I said, those are not used a whole lot, but if they are, we need to know which one is which. So maybe just think about deca. You can think about a decade, deca. Okay, decade is 10 years. So a deca, like a decameter is 10 meters, just to give you an idea. Okay, deci is like a tenth of a meter. 1 decimeter would be a tenth of a meter. Anyway, so if we have 23.5 decimeters and we're trying to get to meters, from decimeters to meters, how many spots do we have to move in which direction? So starting with deci going to meters, we would move one spot to the left. And so we can do that here. Just move your decimal one spot to the left. That would be 2.35 meters. Example 2, Raji poured 150 liters of water into an aquarium. How much more water does Raji need to fill the aquarium? Okay, and the key word here is more. I don't know if we would necessarily want to fill this thing all the way to the top, but that's what they're basically asking us to do here. So you can see here, this is not used very often either. Hecto as a prefix is not used a whole lot from what I've seen. But anyway, if we have 2.2 hectoliters, and we're trying to convert that basically if we figure out how many liters that is. So King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. If you guys do these, once you write this down, you could just write this on a piece of paper, whether it's in your book or whether it's a loose leaf piece of paper or something, or in your notebook. You could just write it once and then just kind of, point to or use your pencil and point to where you're starting at and where you're going. So if we have hectoliters, H is hecto, so hectoliters, and we're trying to get to liters. We would have to move 2 places to the right. So just like that, we move our decimal 2 spots to the right. We would have to add a 0, and so that would be 220 liters. So that tells me the capacity, the amount of water that would fit in this aquarium is 220 liters. And so 220 liters capacity, and they've already got 150 liters that they already put into it. If you subtract that, you'll get 70. So 70 liters more that they need to put into the aquarium. Okay, and again, what the book's doing, they're using some conversions and things here, and that's fine too. But I didn't learn it this way actually. With the this phrase, I actually learned that when I did my student teaching. But I think that would be something that could maybe stick with you guys longer than memorizing all these different conversions. Just an option for you. But like I said, if you'd rather do it the way the book's doing with the conversions and the proportions, that's just like what we did earlier with the customary units, so that's fine also. Look at example 3. Lyle has a bowl that contains 0.8 kilograms of salt. He uses a spoon to remove 850 centigrams of salt. So how much salt in centigrams remains? Okay, so centigrams, they tell you over to the side here, conversion with centigrams and grams. The problem with that is they told us kilograms. So King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. So we know kilograms that we had to start with. And we want to see how many centigrams that is. So for this, getting from kilograms to centigrams, we have to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places to the right. So 0.8 is what we had to start with. If we move 5 spots, 1 is going to get us right behind the 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then all these spots we need to add zeros. And so that's the same as 80,000. So that's 80,000 centigrams that we have. And so if he removed 850 centigrams, if you subtract, that would be 79,150 centigrams that we have left. And again, the book, they're able to do it that way, but they had to do a couple conversions to get that figured out.